What's up, and welcome to another episode of Brew and Build. And today, I have no building plans because I've not done any building. We finished that in the last episode. I think it looks good. There's a little bit of changing I think I'm gonna do, but it's not what we're gonna do today. Today, I will forewarn you. This is going to be a very talky episode, mainly because we got some stuff to talk about. First off, gotta say thank you guys so much because you guys were bonkers. I mean, seriously. If you didn't know or didn't realize, over the past like 3 or 4 days, we have gone from 47 subscribers to currently sitting at 102. That is bonkers. I mean, what? It was actually, honestly, it was pretty funny because I was checking. I don't know if we need to keep these cactuses. Yeah, we'll keep them. I was checking my phone, and I mean, this week, my fiance and we went down to Indianapolis, and we were looking at wedding venues and stuff. And I was checking my phone, and I thought kind of like Tuesday night, I was like, oh, my channel's gained 6 subscribers. That's cool. I wonder why. Maybe just random. And then I don't check my phone. I didn't check my phone for like 3-4 hours. and then I checked it again, and it was like, huh, we've gone up to 15 subscribers. 15 more on top of what we already had gone up. So then I was like, what's going on? Why are there so many people suddenly interested in me? What's happening? And then one of you mentioned in a comment that you had come over from Fwip's video. And so then I was kind of thinking, what? Fwip's video? Because of not being able to do stuff, like really doing much in the ways of playing Minecraft, I also haven't been watching anything really on YouTube. The occasional video, but I'm behind on all of my people that I watch. And so I was like, Fwip video? What Fwip video? Currently he's working on an oasis. Why would I come up? And so then I went and I caught up on all Fwip's videos. And if you guys haven't actually watched Fwip, I'm sure most of you have, or at least the 60 some that decided to just join. I'm sure you guys actually watch Fwip. And I gotta give it to Fwip. I mean, I gotta thank him so much because I don't even know what to say because that's bonkers, man. Downright bonkers. I didn't honestly expect to get to 100 subscribers until I was a solid 6-7 months in. So that's crazy and cool. But I gotta give it to him. Gotta say thank you so much, Fwip. And if you guys, I'll link to him in the description for any of you that have not actually watched him. He's a great builder, great guy, and I think he's super cool. He really supports small channels, and that's, I guess, why I popped up. And that's really just awesome. So definitely thank you, Fwip. Thank you, all of you as well. And if you're wondering what we're doing, I'm literally just wandering around. I figure wandering around, kind of just exploring the area, is a little more interesting than just standing in one place and talking to you. But yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what to say. So I'll stop. So there we go. Thank you. Oh yeah, so it was just interesting because I didn't check my phone for like 3 or 4 hours at a time, and it would go like, oh, 6 subscribers extra, and then 15, and then I didn't check my phone, and then overnight, and then we're at 102 now. That's crazy. I don't even know. That's so bonkers. But what are we doing today? I'm gonna stop blabbing about how awesome you guys are, because you guys know that. What are we doing today? Today, we are going to check out the textures that I worked on. If you didn't catch the last episode, I took this week more as a artistic week, I suppose, instead of playing video games. I mainly just didn't have time this week to really record, and so I took the time instead to do some sit down work and kind of make some extra textures and try and fiddle faddle mainly with the plank textures to update it to a variation of the new Minecraft textures. I think they turned out pretty decently. They're a little I don't know. The new textures are hard to work with sometimes, I think. Especially the oak texture, or not oak necessarily, but like the plank textures are just so different. It's kind of difficult to get used to, and I think that's the struggle right now that I have. It's like I don't dislike the texture. It's just so different. It's just weird. So I think if we get used to it, they'll be all right. But yeah, so that's what I've worked on, and I've also worked on some channel art, which I'm gonna show you all of that stuff. We're gonna hop over to well, we don't need to hop over to a creative world for the textures. There's no need for that. But yeah, I want to go through all of that, and so that's why this episode's gonna be very talky. It's gonna be very kind of exploring the new textures and looking at them kind of more in depth. Because I think making changes like this it's important to go over stuff like that. So let's go ahead. And before we do the wood textures, I'm gonna show you this brick texture. So currently we have this brick texture, which I really like. I think it goes well. I think it goes well here. Looks really good here. But I made a darker grout version, and the bricks themselves are also a little redder, I believe, and just a little different. But I made a darker grout version, and my thinking for this is once 1.13 releases, there's going to be data packs, and if I don't know I haven't really paid much attention as to what the data packs can do, but if like we could make a recipe for, like, I don't know, making brick texture and then adding an ink sac to it to make the darker version of the bricks, I think that'd be cool. Then we could have both these textures, the lighter grout and the darker grout. Could be interesting. But let's look at that first, because it's pretty easy. Like, it's not that different besides the grout. It looks really different, but it's literally just the grout that's different. And I don't think it looks that bad, honestly. Like right now, I'm not upset at what we're seeing. I personally just like the lighter grout better, especially in this sort of mixture. I like the lighter grout better. But so this is the darker grout. It's still, I mean, and all of these textures take with like a grain of salt because I'm still working on them. But yeah, so this is the darker grout version. They kind of look a little bit like mud bricks. We're going to sleep here for a second. They kind of look a little bit like mud bricks, which I kind of like, and also don't know how to feel. But yeah, I don't think they go well with Acacia, but they also kind of look like mud a little bit. Not our soul sand mud, because that's some dark brown. But yeah, so I'm gonna switch back because I don't mind them, but I don't dislike or don't love that texture. That's a texture that I would probably use more in roads and stuff than I would in buildings. So back to normal. Okay, we're gonna look at the new wood textures, and I gotta say, they're different. I'm just letting you know right now. I based them off of the new ones, and so if you're not playing with the new textures of what Minecraft will eventually be, they're very different. I tried to make them work. So these are the new ones that I've got. The oak one, I'm pretty happy with. I think the oak one turned out pretty decent. I added some of these little redder flecks in them to match our trapdoor, wherever it is. Matches our trapdoor a little bit better. It's not as harsh of a... here, we'll just break it and plop it down next to it. Right there. Okay. So it's not as harsh of a difference, and the trapdoors go vertically instead of horizontally. But beyond that, I think they go well. I think I need to pull some colors from the trapdoor a little bit more, but overall, I think it goes well. And I did change the. Put that back before I forget, because I will forget regardless. Do we have a... Yeah, so I added this oak wood texture to the chest. It's the Bdubs chest with this oak texture. That's the only difference. So, didn't feel like changing the outer frame. Don't really think I need to. Don't really see the point, because it's kind of pretty much what I would do. The inside as well is the dark oak texture, just to get... Boy, that's going to be difficult to see. Yeah, you can see it, kind of. Acacia, okay, the acacia wood, I'm still working with. I'm not like thrilled with this acacia wood. It's difficult because the new textures are round feeling, like they have kind of a volume, which I don't think is bad, but it's kind of difficult to work with sometimes. And so I think the acacia wood just has too much variation happening, too much in the ways of lights and darks, and like I don't think all this needs to be dark. I think maybe if we just had some, it needs to be more consistent is the thing. Like this is very consistent. I didn't change a ton, and the acacia, I think I just tried too much to give a little variety. So it's not like it's awful, but it's not fabulous, and it doesn't look bad altogether. Like if it's all together, it doesn't look bad, I don't think. And that's, I think, the purpose of these retextured things are to go better by themselves than to mix well. And I think that's going to be the thing that we have to work with, is to be able to make them mix well with things, and also achieve that go well by themselves sort of feel that they're going for. But like this feels so much like these planks feel so much more voluminous than what they originally did. But I don't think they're bad. Overall, I'm gonna change the acacia wood one. Definitely gonna change. There's no, like, I'm not happy enough with this quite yet. I think for right now, for playing with it right now, I can deal with that until I can graduate from school and be able to work more on the texture pack. So right now, I think that's fine. It's whatever. Let's see. Spruce is basically the same. I'm pretty happy with the dark oak, especially dark oak, and the jungle wood is a little different. It's got a little bit of blue flecks in it too, and it's got a little bit more vibrance to it. I totally thought that the fire was like a creeper for some reason, but so it's more vibrant, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. It was a little difficult to match because I was trying to match the kind of Bdubs green that he had going on, but then also going with my own kind of take on it. So it is much greener, but I don't think it's a bad green, if that makes sense. It could be probably just a hint duller, especially this like really green part, but it also to me feels like it's kind of almost moldy. Like this portion is a little moldy, and I'm not mad at that. The dark oak I think I like the most out of all of them. I think it's just the most consistent and clean feeling. So I think it's pretty decent. Like I don't have any issues with this, and it doesn't look bad. The thing is, like they once I got all of them changed, everything kind of flowed better together. Because before, when I had like the old spruce and then this new dark oak, it was very weird, weird feeling. But once you change it all, it definitely feels more cohesive. Like this room feels way better now that I changed changed the oak, because before it didn't feel great when I didn't change the oak. But yeah, I think it's good. I don't think I've been using this to view the ceiling just to be able to get an idea, and I think it's pretty decent. Yeah, I like the dark oak. I may take away a little bit of these darker areas, make them less dark, but other than that, I think it's pretty decent. But yeah, so those are the wood. This I don't like. I don't like what the not trap, but the pressure plates look like. Do not like what these look like. So, not sure how to change those. We'll think on it. Let's see what else. What else changed? Let's take a look. Like the tree, even the trees don't look bad. Especially like dark oak, that still looks the same. It is, the new colors are definitely redder, I would say. Like more of a, like, this is far redder than it originally was, which is not bad. But it just means we have to kind of alter it a bit, just a little bit. So the spruce, don't know if we looked. Spruce is about the same. It's like the same color, little redder. But overall, the spruce and the dark oak I think are the ones I spend the most time on because they're the ones we use the most. Fences, honestly, I don't really feel like I need to change fences. Like they're close enough, man. It is weird carrying them around. Like they feel strange. It feels so bulbous. It's weird, but I think we can get used to it. Let's look at the watermill here. So it definitely changes what things look and feel like, and I think that's the thing I think that's gonna make it feel off. Because it just doesn't look like the water wheel that I made, and it's because it's totally different. Now it doesn't help that I don't have all the other new rounder textures in. I think that would help, and so I think I'm gonna try and add those in, just so we can start getting used to them. Because I mean, honestly, eventually it's all gonna go that way anyways, which is not bad. I think Java is doing a good job of making them and making Minecraft as a whole more cohesive and making it more usable for everyone. And so I think it's a good thing to adapt to. But we're just going to try and find our own little niche in it. And I think it'll be good. So I think that's all the new textures I have. See, like, and this doesn't look that bad, honestly. Like, I think we can get over it. Honestly, I like this dirtied up acacia as a floor rather than a wall. I think it looks pretty decent as a floor. Like, I think it goes well. But, yeah, see, like, it just looks very strange to me right now. But, well, we'll get over it, I think. The birch is changed. It's hard to change birch. Like, I tried to match the color that I had before, and I think I did a decent job. Just kind of difficult to change birch. Like, birch is just one of those weird oddball things that I don't really know how to approach it. And let's see, I think that's all in the ways of textures. Quickly on this, it seems kind of almost split as to what people think about this sort of thingy. And I would agree that that top looks interesting, at least. I think interesting is the word with the new textures. Um, I think the top is the most, and at least from what I can kind of gather, it seems like the top portion, this area up here, is more the controversial side of things, where it doesn't necessarily fit. Oh, our bed's not actually around here. It's down there. Where it doesn't necessarily fit with the Hobbit theme, and I would agree with that. And I think I'm going to try and come up with a sort of quick fix to that to make it fit better, and it may just be adding dark oak up there instead of the jungle wood. I think that it might be the thing that's kind of throwing it, because I was trying to make it match this area, and I think the walls are good to match that, but not this thing. I think this being a dark oak texture and color would be far better than this. This makes it feel very jungly and kind of like a tribal sort of feel, just based on the color. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna try that. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it, and I honestly, I think it's something that, like, in, I don't know, however long, like whenever we leave here and then have been gone for a while and we come back, it's going to be something that we come back and we're like, I think it's time to change this. And at that point, I think that's the good time to change it. Not necessarily now. Like I'm going to change out the wood, but other than that, I'm not going to really try and mess with it too much. But I always appreciate your guys' comments and stuff as to not, honestly, I have a thick enough skin that I don't care if you guys like or dislike things. Oop, there it goes, in render distance. Because, I mean, we all have our own opinions. It's not like not everyone's going to love everything that I make. No, everyone's going to enjoy the texture changes. And it's just kind of life. It's definitely like you can't please everyone situation. But I love hearing from you guys. Even if you don't like it, I like hearing from you, because it gives another perspective. Oh, we are about to die on starvation. Solid. But yeah, so that's enough about textures. We're going to move on to the channel art. So the channel art, what we are going to be doing, I think, personally, I've worked a decent amount this week on a channel kind of update. And I think it's going to be good. I'm just going to hop in this boat and go sit by our llamas. Because this is going to have some stuff popping up on the screen that I'm just going to talk about, and I think that'll be fine. Just get these llamas going to F5. Yeah. Oh, I changed the enchant sort of thing, so it's orange now. The actual enchant thing is a little orange, and the tool itself is just a hair lighter shade of like purple. It's kind of bizarre, but I don't know. It's a little different. I just wanted to change that just because I thought it would be fun. And we actually, what am I doing? We don't need these. We're gonna talk face to face like this. Yes, like that. Okay, so the potential new look is what I have written on a sticky note on the other screen. And the whole idea of this is that I want to update the Pixel Brew kind of channel brand. I think the logo we've got going now is good and has served its purpose, but I think I would like to update it to make it a little bit more interesting. Not to say that the one that I have currently isn't interesting, but I think that it could be better. More, I think it could grab people's attention a bit more, and like also explain a bit about what the channel is about. Because right now, it just says Pixel Brew and has a legitimate Pixel Brew, which cool in concept. I think it's one of those ideas that was. I think I went into it knowing I'm gonna change it eventually. And I made that back in, gosh, I made it like in June of last year. So on the screen now is the idea I've come up with, and I personally really like it. I think it's kind of neat, kind of unique, grabs your attention a bit, and keeps with the Pixel Brew idea, and also shows that this is a Minecraft channel. And I think that's kind of, we may play occasional games that are not Minecraft, but predominantly I want this channel to be Minecraft. And I think this sort of little icon shows it. So I wanted to show you guys and get your opinions on it, get your thoughts, and I thought it would be just a good thing to bring up to you guys. So one, if I do change it, that you aren't like, whoa, what happened to Pixel Brew? But also, I want this. This is it's my channel, but you guys are very much involved in this channel, and I want you to be involved. So give me your thoughts and stuff down below about it. I've got a new banner and everything as well. It's a much more it's not as generic of a brand, I guess, at least in my opinion. It's much more custom, much more thought put into it. So yeah, and don't worry, the channel intro and stuff for Brew and Build not gonna change. I like the song too much. The icon will change, but other than that, nothing there gonna change. I like that song, honestly. The Live is Life, I think is what it's called. Rendition by DJ Quads. If you guys haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. He's got some great music. So yeah, this is the new look idea. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Would love to hear it. And yeah, I think that's probably all I've got for this episode, honestly. I mean, I'm sorry that it's literally just talking, but I had some stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I thought this was the best way to do it and also show you the new textures. So definitely let me know down below what your thoughts are on the textures, thoughts are on the new look, and give me some feedback on them. Try and keep it constructive if you don't like it, and give some suggestions as to what you would change, because definitely everything's in flux right now. I'm not going to be able to get around to it probably until after I graduate in a couple weeks, but I've got 2 months off after I graduate before I actually start in on work. So hopefully those 2 months will be very geared towards this channel, and I think that'd be good. Also, quickly, I wanted to say where the new series are, because I mentioned those a while ago and didn't really follow up on it. The new series I was thinking about, let's swim around. Actually, let's try and be crazy and do this. Yes, the new series I was thinking about doing was like, I was trying to drift, and then I clicked shift. All right, fantastic. The new series I was thinking about doing were Pixark and potentially like Conquest Reforged or something, and I'm still thinking of doing those, but I do have something that is in the works currently. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to spoiler alert you. Do have something in the works, but I might be able to talk about it a little bit more next episode, but I've been droning on a lot. I just wanted to say that we've got some cool stuff coming up after I graduate. I think that's the main thing. That's the main obstacle right now on this channel, is I gotta graduate, and then we can play around and have fun and focus on the channel a bit, and yeah, then I can treat you guys right. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I just really wanted to talk to you guys and get you updated, and expect a video next Wednesday. It's just gonna be one video in the week, just to keep it simple for me, and that way I could put out some decent quality content as well, and not just put out a bleh video. This is probably a bleh video, but I had to. Oh no. There we go. But yeah, so comment about everything down below if you can, if you would like to. If you like the video, like it in real life. If you like what I'm doing here, even though we didn't build anything, if you're new, there's building. If you made it this far, there's definite building that happens. We build all this today. Today is just not that sort of day. But if you guys like what I'm doing here and you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe, join the little family here. That'd be great. And yeah, look, the future looks bright, like the setting sun, except I guess we're the rising sun, always rising, and we will eventually rise to the top. Well, maybe the top's that's a high ceiling. That's a high thing to say. But yeah, guys, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thank you so much again. I cannot thank you enough. There's a link to the different channels. Let's see. There's a link to FWIP in the that I'll leave in the little description thing, and then also FWIP he recommended me and I believe it's he's Dragon Tech builds, and I'll leave a link to his channel as well if you haven't followed him before. He's got a really cool town that I've seen. Like, if you follow Minecraft Reddit, he's on there, and he posts about his little town of, I believe it's called Hatchet, and it's really cool. I've definitely paid attention to him on Reddit and just never got around to YouTube, and now I actually know what he is on YouTube, so I've subscribed. And so I'll leave a link to him as well, because we all friends here. And yeah, that'll, I think, do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much if you made it this far, for sticking through all this blabbering. I'm not going to really cut it up. Don't really think it's necessary, because it's all blabbing. And yeah, so that'll do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next episode.